Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Thursday interview. As you know, Thursday is the day where I usually have my weekly interview. And I just want to let you know a few housekeeping really details. If you're joining us live, in the comments below, hashtag live. If it's the replay, hashtag replay, do tell us where we're coming from. As you know, I'm coming from Mexico, and we'll find out where my wonderful, awesome guest is from today. That'll be part of the conversation. And also, I would like for you to, if the strip above says StreamYard, so please allow StreamYard to use. If you click on that, it will allow or give permission to StreamYard to use your name. That way you can interact with us, you can react to us, you can send us you can send us hearts, whatever you want, that would support us. And so before I go on, as you know, usually I let you know where my guest and I met. We met online. I'll repeat, we meet the nicest people online. I'll repeat that till I'm blue in the face, I think. And we have a lot of people in common. We have a lot of self-development people in common. And I just want to name a few, certainly Tony Robbins, Deepak Chopra, Jim Quick, just to name a few. And so without any further ado, I want to introduce to you my guest today. And my guest is Manoela Vieira. I hope you pronounce your name properly.
Yeah, Manoela Vieira. Exactly.
Well, okay, so that is a Portuguese name, is it not?
Yes, it's a Portuguese name. I am
Mhm.
Brazilian. I was
Ah,
born in São Paulo, Brazil.
oh, wow. And is that where you are right now?
No, I am in California.
In California. How did you end up in California from Sao Paulo?
Well, that's a long story. My mother, she came here. She won a green card in the lottery.
She won a green card in the lottery. I've never heard
Yeah, yes, in 1997. So I came here. I spent my young adulthood here, and then I went back to Brazil to spend a vacation and met my husband there. So
wonderful.
yes,
And
so
then
he
you
kept
both
me
came back
there,
to California, right?
and then we came back to California about 5 years ago.
About
Yes,
5 years ago. And tell me, can you tell me a little bit of your background? How was it growing up in Brazil? Or
it
the
was amazing.
was it?
It was amazing. Yes, it's a great culture. I move a lot. So I am from São Paulo, which is a big city,
Right.
big urban city, big cultural. You find all the restaurants, the best movies. So it was a very popular. Uh, uh, it's a very popular city. But then I move a lot with my family. I lived in Brasilia, Salvador, Florianopolis. So I got the best of the culture. It was
Wonderful.
amazing.
So
Yes.
how would you consider the living in Brazil and living in California? Was there anything similar or are they totally opposites?
Well, they are not totally opposites because uh, the Brazilian culture and the American culture are similar in some way. Like Brazilians, we see Hollywood movies, we
Uh-huh.
listen to uh, American music, we follow the same, we follow the trend from United States. But
Uh-huh.
we are different as well because we have many influences of the African culture. We have influences from the European country. I am, for instance, I am Brazilian, but I have Italian, have French, have Portuguese.
Wow. You know what?
Like,
Those are exactly what my background.
yes,
Italian, French, and Portuguese. I can't believe it. Oh, wow.
yeah,
So much in
yeah,
common, even more than
yeah.
I ever thought. How wonderful.
Because in the United States, it's the same thing.
Right.
So people migrate here. So the majority are not from here originally.
Right.
They descend from Europe. So in this
Absolutely.
case, there's a lot of similarities. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you. Now, you mentioned that you're married. You have children also?
Yes, I have three beautiful, successful young women,
Oh,
two
how
in the
wonderful.
university and one is eighth grader.
Oh, how wonderful. That's wonderful. And everybody lives in California and everybody loves the California life, right?
Yes,
Where in
yes.
California do you live?
I live in the Bay Area in
Oh my
Marin
God.
County.
Oh my God, that's something else in common. When I moved to Mexico, I lived in Marin County. My last house was in San Rafael. Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow. I am Novato.
Oh, and every time I go to California, I have a good friend who lives in Nevada, and I have my room there. So she calls it the Lucy room. Uh,
Okay, so
we have
next
so much in
time.
common, Manuela. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. So I'll have to come and visit the next time I'm in
Yes,
California. Wonderful,
you too.
wonderful. So I'm really kind of very curious about your self development and your personal journey. Can you share more about your personal journey? Because I know that you were diagnosed with a brain aneurysm in 2016, correct? And could you tell me, a little bit about that and how it influenced your path toward coaching and self discovery?
Yes. Okay. So you're right. In 2016, I was diagnosed with multiple brain aneurysms. And I was working as a international marketing executive
Mm-hmm.
for Dell Computers in Latin America. And it was a big impact for me because my career was my life,
Right.
and I was the primary supporter for my family. But I had to stop. So I went there and I gave the diagnosis, and they said, I'm sorry, you have to stop working.
Oh, wow.
And it was a big shift for me. I went to many different doctors. The doctors didn't want to operate in me. And I thought that was the end. So I started with a coach, Silvia Miraldo, and she started helping me with the coaching and with Tony Robbins, Franklin Covey,
Right.
Napoleon Hill,
Right.
all the teachings of them.
Right.
And I stopped working and start thinking about what do I want for me. And then it's where I started the little Facebook place that you found me, uh, that I share ideas of this mastermind, as I call. Um, so that's when I started. So I did the two brain aneurysms, two open brain surgeries, and I thought my life, I mean, right now, everything will be good, right? I
Right.
won the lottery. I pass this.
Right.
I am a warrior. I am a survivor. Well, 2019 came. I had a heart attack,
Oh my God.
major. I coded and I was in coma for 17 days.
Oh my God, Manuel. I can't believe all this. Oh my God.
And that was in Brazil. I was diagnosed with SCAD, spontaneous coronary artery dissection.
Mm-hmm.
Is a disease that causes heart attack in women between 40 and 60 years old.
Wow.
Usually those women are overachiever athletes, which I was
Mm-hmm.
an athlete. I was training to compete in a bodybuilding competition,
Wow.
and also mothers. Um, you women watching, go check. If you have something, go check before it's too late. Okay, scared.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
then I came back to United States to take care of that because I am American citizen.
Mm-hmm.
So I came back to take care of that, brought my family. And then in May, I had a second heart attack. The doctor told me I had 5 years of life expectancy.
Mm.
Okay. And I was still working. I was now as a global marketing manager for a company called Avenue Code.
My God.
And then I had to stop working again. When that happened, I said, okay, I need to change my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wanted to do a 6 months program, sabbatic program, to review my life in all aspects. I started looking and I couldn't find anything online. So I
Mhm.
said, I know all the tools. I already read Tony Robbins. I already know all the teachings of Napoleon Hill. I have been doing the practice with Deepak Chopra. I
Mhm.
read like Perfect Health. I have tools for marketing that can help me strategize my life. So I put together a method called Ikigai Quest, a 6 months odyssey to your true north. I made it for me and I implement it in my life.
Wow. I'm just amazed. You're an amazing individual, an amazing soul. And you know what? Thank God that you have survived all of this because you are going to impact so many people's lives. I mean, really, you really, I'm very touched. So Ikigai, I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Yes, you are.
Let's talk a little bit about that. So how do the Japanese concepts of Ikigai influence your coaching approach, and what do they mean to you personally? I mean, you found some deep root meaning certainly in these concepts. Could you, talk a little bit more about that?
Yes. So the first thing that I started researching was well, how can I improve my
Right,
life expectancy from 5 years to more?
right.
And I came across the book Ikigai. And it talks about longevity. And it's a research done in the Okinawa Island. And
Mm,
one of the keys of long life is Ikigai, and it means purpose of life.
purpose.
So the Ikigai concepts and the Ikigai people, they live more than 100 years because they never stop working on their Ikigai. So not everyday work, but sometimes their Ikigai is doing a garden,
Right,
or the Ikigai is being part of a community. So you
right.
have to find what is your Ikigai, what is your purpose,
What is your
so you
purpose?
can live longer. So
Wow,
live your purpose. So this is the core of my program, is finding your purpose.
fascinating.
Yeah,
Fascinating. Can you
yeah.
pinpoint a specific moment or, some realization in your journey that served as a catalyst for the development of Ikigai? I mean, I know that you were into self-development, you were looking at Tony Robbins, you were looking at Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, Jim Quick, Deepak Chopra, but was there a specific moment or realization that that served as a catalyst for the development of Ikigai, of the Ikigai quest?
I think it was the end of the, like, finishing the book, you know, like reading and understanding. And it was an aha moment when I
Hmm.
said, that's it. That's what I've been searching, because I was feeling guilty of myself. I was like
Hmm.
in a negative position about my life,
Right.
saying, I'm causing this. I'm causing this because I'm working. And why am I working to make someone else rich?
Right.
I
Right.
need to work for me. I need to work to help people. I have my ideas.
Right.
I want to help people develop in many different areas of their lives. And I have the tools, and I can
Right.
help myself and help others.
And help
That is,
others too. Right.
and that's my purpose, you know.
Now I
So
know, I've been reading a little bit about you, and I know that there's a lot of inspiration about childhood. You mentioned drawing inspiration from the joy of children.
yes,
How do you incorporate that? It's kind of the reawakening of the inner child in your coaching program. Um, you know, how did that happen, and what impact does that have on your whole personal development?
well, I think two things. First, being a kid is being humbled and
Hmm.
open for
Yeah.
learning new things and learning without judgment. So
Right.
when you are open to learn and open to new knowledge and incorporating new teachings to your life, then you are able to make real changes.
Hmm.
And also, children are pure and happy. So you cannot lose happiness. You cannot lose your authenticity. Being happy is being alive.
Right. It's a choice also.
It's a choice and it's in you.
Yeah.
It's not, it's inner. You have to be
Right.
in touch with your inner child, because if you keep looking for happiness outside, you're not never going to be happy. You have to
Right.
find that happiness inside.
Right.
So I love children. I do a side job where I teach Portuguese to to American kids. You know, I
Wow.
teach Portuguese in the rhythm of capoeira, and when I go there, I become a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I play with them. I am their kid, like a kid, teaching them. So
Right.
it's very important. My kids are grown. They are 19, 18, and 13, but I still keep in touch with the kids and my inner kid.
Oh, wow, that's good. It is important that we surround ourselves with positivity always, you know. So let me ask you, how can individuals actually cultivate positive environments in their lives, especially during challenging times?
Well, it's not easy,
No, it's not.
but first, you have to commit. You have to understand that, well, like they say, negative thoughts attract negative things.
Right.
So you have to really, truly understand that you have to keep a positive view of things. Of course, you have to understand your challenges, understand what you can control about your challenge,
Hmm.
you know,
And what
so,
you can't.
and what you can't.
Hmm.
So when the doctor said to me, "You have 5 years of life expectancy," I was like, "Oh my God, I don't have control." But I
Right.
did. He said, "You have an option, doing a heart transplant or not." So I could think about the negative. Oh my God, heart transplant. I cannot do that. I would not do that. I am doomed. I'm going to die. I'm going to cry and forever be sad. I chose not to. I chose I'm going to learn with everything. I'm going to be proactive. I'm going to, I wrote a letter to my family saying that starting today, I'm going to say thank you for every beat of my heart. I'm going to look at nature and look at the beauty of everyday life and enjoy each day as my last day.
Wow.
Ichigo Ichie is another Japanese concept, and another Japanese saying that every moment is unique. Every moment doesn't repeat. So you have to honor every moment. So
Wow.
why to keep a negative point of view or a negative environment? You have to honor every moment. By the way, I had the heart transplant
Oh, did you?
a month ago,
Oh,
October
a
of,
month ago.
yes, look.
Oh my God, you are unbelievable. Oh,
So now I am limitless, as
limitless.
Jim Quick says. I am limitless. I can do
Wow.
everything I want. I have a new lease of life, and I really honor the donor of my new heart.
Oh wow, you have so much to be thankful for, and we have so much to be grateful for having you here with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Could you talk a little bit about your Ikigai Quest program? I know that it's a 6 month uh, uh, kind of coaching program,
Yeah,
right? And
yes,
yeah, could you talk a little bit about that?
of course. So there is one format, which is the coaching format, and there is a one-on-one with me. Okay,
Okay.
once a week, we do a session. It's a 1 hour session, and then
Hmm.
I give you an exercise. Okay, I have a ebook that is a guide, is a workbook that you will work on it. We start with the wheel of life, and
The wheel of life. Okay.
the wheel of life, where
Okay.
you will do, you are familiar with the wheel of life. You evaluate your
Hmm.
life in the many different areas: your
Okay.
career, your health, your love life, your, spiritual life.
Right.
You evaluate all areas, and you do a deep dive. So usually we take a month evaluating. So I
Okay.
have specific questions. So you go deep on each aspects of your life.
Mm-hmm.
The second part, you're gonna find your ikigai for each one of those areas. So your purpose for everything. What is your purpose in love? What is your purpose in the community?
Right.
What is your purpose in your spirituality?
Right.
Right? And then we're gonna do a SWOT analysis. That is for marketing. What is your strengths and what is your weakness?
Mm-hmm.
And what are the threats? And after that, we will work on the limitations. So, what is limiting you to achieve your highest potential? What are your blockages? And then we work on your phrasing. So, changing your
The
limitation,
vocabulary. Yeah.
your vocabulary into a potential phrases,
Right.
right? So, you can
Absolutely.
access your illimited potential by changing your vocabulary.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I want
Yes.
to know of all the mentors, of all the influencers, Napoleon Hill, Deepak Chopra, Tony Robbins, Jim Quick, you mentioned, how have their teachings directly influenced your philosophy of life, really? I mean, and is there
Uh,
one that's been stronger than the other?
okay. So, the first one I met was Napoleon Hill
Okay.
in the year 2000. I was a car saleswoman here in Marin. I used to work at First Nissan of Marin.
Oh my God. I know exactly where that is. Yes.
And we had a coach there, a sales coach.
Hmm.
And he asked me, how do you imagine yourself 10 years from now?
Hmm.
And then he gave me a box of tapes of Napoleon Hill. And then I start listen to Napoleon Hill in the car. I used to study in Berkeley,
Hmm.
international business, and then I will go to this school and come back. At the time, I didn't understand much. I was focused on how can I sell more cars
Right.
and using his strategy for that. But he did influence my life in a way that, okay, I have to plan. You know, there is a higher influence. I just finished again his book, and I said, oh, there was a lot of things that I didn't pick it up, right? And then in 2016, oh no, after I went to work with Silvia Miraldo, that became my coach. And
Hmm.
then I got together with the teachings of Franklin Covey, and we developed a course for the interns in the 7 habits of highly effective people.
Right. Right.
And we taught some people that were interns on the habits so they could perform better and also be ready for their career on that. After that, I saw The Secret with Rhonda Byrne. Is that Rhonda Byrne? I'm sorry if I say it.
Well, yeah, and Bob Proctor. Yeah.
And yes, exactly. I saw The Secret, and then I saw Tony Robbins, I'm Not Your Guru. Yes. And then I start learning a lot because I had to stop and I'm like, I'm going to write and read every single motivator because I have to take charge of my life. And it has influence day, every day. I listen to them every day. I write about them every day. And it really shifts my life,
Hmm.
into becoming a better version of myself.
Well, it just goes to show you that, Tony Robbins is so right when he says, business is 80% is mindset and 20% is his strategy. I
Yes.
remember thinking the first time I heard that, is that possible? But, I mean, look, you're the living proof of that.
Yes.
Unbelievable, you know,
And
unbelievable.
Deepak Chopra, he came into my life when I decided to take charge of my healing. And then I start practicing meditation. And
Hmm.
there's a lot of programs, there's 21 days programs. So I listen to him and then I start reading his books
Hmm.
about how, you can influence and use your mind
Right.
to influence and talk to your body. So I do chakra balance, chakra awakening. I talk to my cells and try
Yeah.
to be like a full and whole with my body and whole with the universe to improve my health. So he is a big
Wow.
influence and also influence in the spiritual level.
Yeah, I remember I used to keep that book by my bed, the seven something by Deepak Chopra. And I said the first time I saw him was in Marin County, and yeah, I was so taken by him. So it was so I couldn't get enough of his reading and whatnot, and then came other things. I mean, yeah, there is so much out there about positivity that there is no reason for people to be negative all day long, as far as
No
I'm concerned.
reason. It's
No
not
reason.
healthy. It doesn't attract anything good. We
Yeah,
must be positive.
right. So the decision to do to launch your Ikigai Quest on the mastermind platform, because I think that is the platform that Tony and Dean
Yes.
created. So what are the unique benefits of, that this format offers to participants?
Okay. So the 6 months program, as I said, is a one-on-one with me.
Okay.
I am creating a 6 weeks program of self-development, and it's going to be online. So I'm going to record all the sections. The person will be able to download the PDF,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, then it's available for everyone at a lower price. So
Right.
of course, the people can uh, um, can take 6 weeks or 6 months. They can do it on their own pace.
Right.
So that's the advantage. So using the mastermind platform, they can see all the videos, download the content, and of course have access to me in the community. We have a Facebook group that they
Mm-hmm.
can interact with other people. So they have a awesome program called Launchpad that helped me, and I did the program. It helped me to develop this, to make this online and more accessible to everyone.
Oh
So
my
that was
God.
the idea.
Yeah, I was an affiliate for Tony and Dean when they first started the KPB program, which morphed into the Progress Next program, and we called ourselves the Launch Lab Academy. And this time around, when they called it Launch Pad, I went, "Oh my God, they're using now they're using our name." It's so what goes around comes around. It's
Yes.
unbelievable. So because we do something similar. The my teammates were ex-moderators for Tony and Dean, and so we
Sorry.
we saw a need and to help those who were falling between the cracks and whatnot. And so we're in our fifth year now of helping people launch their business online
Right.
organically. So it's been a wild. It's been a nice journey for us also. And this is my meeting room. This is a new platform for me that I've joined because after they do launch, launch number one, number two, number three, where they're comfortable launching, they know exactly what they need to do. Then it becomes necessary for them to really look for their ideal clients, just like you're doing. And so the artificial intelligence advanced search does that. So it all works. So I'm so happy because we're all impacting people's lives.
Yes.
So that's and collaboration today is so important because everybody out there, there's always somebody who needs my voice or your voice more than anybody else's voice. And so I want to emphasize that. Can you share a success story or maybe an anecdote where the word of mouth promotion of your coaching program, had a profound impact in someone's life?
Yes, I can tell you a story. One of my um, coaches. He
Mm-hmm.
was in
Cochise, I love
a he was in a place in his life where he was feeling lost,
that. Mm-hmm.
and like in all the aspects of his life. And we started with the wheel of life, and the wheel was very unbalanced. So for people that are not familiar, it's like a circle, and because
Right,
every section, the goal is every section be in balance, so
right,
your life will run smoothly. So his was like one thing was here, the other one was here, the other one, but everything in the low end. Just by doing the exercise of thinking of every single piece, he
right.
was able, he's still in the middle of the program, but he was already able to make an impact that his will, it's already in balance. He's still not where he wants to be, like he wants to be in a 9 average.
Right.
He's still on the 6, but at least just starting the process, he was able to be proactive, number one in the 7 habits of highly effective people. Be
Mm-hmm.
proactive. It may
Abs-
make small changes on his life, things that he could do, but he wasn't looking
yeah,
because he didn't evaluate that aspect of his life.
yeah,
So it's important to see every, yeah, you have to have a holistic view of your
yes.
life. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you
Hmm.
miss something, like if you are not getting in touch with your family, you
Right.
know, it's a big piece of you. So you know when you have a feeling like, I don't know, everything is good with my job, like I have money, but I feel like something is missing. Then is when it's a good time to stop and look in all the different healths
Yeah.
of your life. Your
Discontent is really good because it makes you stop and say, wait, I'm not
way.
happy. What's going on? I need to change this. Enough is enough. And so, Manuel, I'd like to ask you in your daily life, how do you personally ensure that every day is meaningful, and what routines do you recommend for individuals to make their days count?
That's a great question, Lucy. I love my routine and I would love to share. Well, I start the day with a gratitude prayer.
Mm, yes.
So that's the first thing. Um, I do the 6 phase meditation from Vince McKinney. I think that's how it pronounces. Um, and it starts with a gratitude and then compassion. And then it talks about forgiveness.
Mhm.
So forgiveness is very important, especially forgiveness of yourself. You have to forgive yourself, right? And then you plan your day, you visualize your day, and you visualize your future,
Right.
and you ask your blessing for your day. So that's how I start the day.
You're right.
And
That
then
is, it's so important. I just want to make a point here because you made such a point of this that, it's not just forgiving others, but to be able to forgive yourself.
yes,
Yeah, it's so
yeah,
important.
yeah, it's the root of many diseases.
Yeah,
It's not forgiving yourself. You
exactly.
have to forgive yourself. Um, and then I write down my routine. I do a to-do list and a not to-do list.
Not to do list.
I have a habit list, a habit checkup. So I have all my habits lined up. So I make sure that I complete all my habits, daily habits, and then a to-do. All my goals in my life. I have I plan weekly, I plan monthly, I plan yearly, just to make sure that I keep my goals aligned. So that's first thing in the morning. And I meditate in the middle of the day just to rebalance my chakras. And I meditate before I sleep. I do astral projection.
What's that?
Robert Morrow. I connect with the higher intelligence,
Wonderful.
visualize my goals, and try to get some insights from the superior intelligence. And that's why when I come back, the first thing I do is write down my day because I get inspired at night. Um, and during the day, of course, I exercise. I have a balanced diet, of course, because of my heart. So I have a heart diet and a brain diet, Jim Quick. um,
Absolutely.
and
And where does the
I,
family fit in? Because you have a vibrant family. So, I mean, do you sit down and have lunch with them or dinner
of
with them or?
course,
Mhm,
yes, I have lunch, breakfast every day with my daughter and my husband.
mhm.
Also, in the end of the day, we sit down to watch movies. Right now, we were rewatching Star Wars. uh, I have the whole family here for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Uh,
wonderful.
my mother is here. I
Oh,
have
wonderful.
a caregivers because of my heart. So
Uh-huh.
my brother is here. My mother is here. I really have a strong connection with my family. They are a very important part of my life.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's so nice to hear that you do have this routine and that it just seems so well balanced. And folks, that is really important that you balance, your private life with your work life, because if not, then, you know, something's off. The balance is off. I'm a Libra, so everything has to balance.
I'm a cancer.
Manuel, I want to thank you so very much for your time. I know how busy you are. Thank you for being here. Now, if somebody wants to contact you, if somebody wants to know about the quest, the Ikigai Quest, now I know they can go to mastermind.com, right?
No,
And no.
Mastermind Coaching on Facebook.
Mhm.
And the website is a little complicated. It's called
Well,
Ikigai Quest.
you know what we're
Dot.
going to do, Manuela? You
Yeah.
send it to me, and I'll
Okay.
make sure that it's in the comments so that I'll make sure that people who want to contact you, especially, will have two possible ways of contacting you.
Okay.
Okay.
So I
So
send you the
send that
link.
to me because
Okay.
that'll be the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have my phone number and my email. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So thank you again for being here. I thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Lucy. It was an honor. Thank you. Thank you.
It's an
And
honor for me, and we have so much in common. I cannot believe it. We'll be
yeah,
talking some more, and we're going to
fantastic.
be following your progress for sure because you're
Yes.
an amazing soul, and
Thank you.
you are going to impact so many people's lives. So thank you for everything that you do, and I want to thank my audience also for being here with me every Thursday. And as you know, Thursday is interview day, so do check in with me next week, and we'll see you then. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.